Hi, this is Zeref, aka Bryce, with the Midnight Gamers. Hi. Uh, there are a few things that I wanted to kind of go over for a bit, uh, and that's really just uh, YouTube related stuff, my thoughts on a few things, um, and just how I'm doing in general. I figured I'd do this again. I've done this once before, uh, while playing Halo, and currently in the background is now Dark Souls 3. And if you're curious why I'm doing things in Dark Souls 3, that's because it's a collection, trying to 100% the game, and in doing so, that requires me to get the checklist me and Cupid or Jeff have been doing, and we've been doing this for a couple, way too long, honestly. We stopped playing for quite some time, and I just recently started playing again. Uh, but yeah, let's go over some points that I've listed down on here. We'll just kind of jump into it. Uh, let's see. Let's start with the first few things. Um, if not everyone knows, uh, but if you did, Jeff or Cupid has has a job, and he's been working for like, from what I know, 3 years. He stopped for a while because of school-related issues, and work was kicking his butt. But he went back, and so that's really good, and it's a lot better than what it was last time. Jared works as well. Jared, aka Tara, works as well, and while doing school, and both of them are like full time, I believe. That's full time. Me, on the other hand, uh, sorry, and Jared's been doing this for uh, quite a few years, I guess. I just want to say few years. I don't really know how long it's been. But me, on the other hand, has really been going on and off with jobs, and that's mainly because of my issues with my back. Uh, for people who don't know, this was quite a long time ago. We've had this in one of our update videos back in January of 20 something, 2015 maybe. uh, but it's still going on. I still have my chronic back pain. It's not fun. It sucks. I've went from Walmart uh, to Safeway. And Safeway I've been for quite some time. That was the longest I was there was 4 months, maybe 5, and it was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it. But I had to leave, go to therapy, see a bunch of doctors, get epidural shots, and this is all in my back and everything, and this is all for the same problem. And then I went to Albertsons. Sorry, not even that. Let's go back. IHOP, the same IHOP Jeff works at. I did that for maybe a month or like 3 weeks, and I went to the hospital twice because of it. And it sucks. It's honestly not that great. It's a horrible feeling, and I've been dealing with it for years now, and still am. And it's not it's not getting any better. I'm taking new medications, trying new things. Stopped going to therapy even because it just gotten worse. And I don't know if it was because of like therapy was making it hurt more, or if it's like maybe it's just flaring up every now and then. But I eventually stopped going to therapy, and then went to another therapy place, maybe do something different, try something else, try a different place. But it was the same thing. Didn't help, didn't do anything, so we stopped doing therapy. Let's just focus on doctor stuff. But now, uh, and then I went to Albertsons, and I did cashier. And even then, because cashiering wasn't that hard, it was kind of just staying there on my feet for quite some time. But even then, I was like, dang, this sucks. It still hurts, but not as much as it would doing other stuff. But Albertsons decided that we're not only going to have you cashier, we'll have you be grabbing carts, taking people's groceries bags to their car, bagging their items and everything, putting in their carts. And I'm like, I can't do this stuff. This is difficult for me. It's hard. And they go, oh yeah, we'll figure something out. And it's like, okay, fine. We'll see how it goes. And then a week goes by, and I'm like, hey, have we figured anything out? And they go, oh yeah, we have, but you have to do this. You have to be what it was as a courtesy clerk. So you have to do that next week for 2 days in a row. And I look at them like, no, I'm not going to. I'm going to be on cashier. And they said, well, you can't. We'll have to figure it out. So what they'll probably have me do is wipe down the windows, because this was pandemic stuff. Wipe down the windows for stuff, and that was it. That didn't happen. So I was like, okay guys, I'm done. I can't be here. Even one of the older managers was she was there, and she was a lot more friendly and understanding. She knew, and that's why I always wanted to talk to her instead of anybody else, because it was always like, well, you have to talk to these people, and it's like, well, they don't listen. Oh, well, we can't do anything because we're not part of that. We're not that end. Like, we're not the manager for the front, so we can't do anything. It's like, all right, cool, whatever. But now I work at Harkins for a month. It's tomorrow, so a month on the 26th. Sorry, I should say tomorrow. Today is the 25th of April, actually. So on the 26th of April, it would have been a month that I've been working here, and still same issues, still hurts, but I want to try and stay here. Like, I don't want to be what feels like a burden to Jeff and Jared. Because it sucks. And it's kind of hard to do that stuff when it's not your fault. All right. Yeah, that kind of want to just get that part out of the way. Let's start that off nice and strong. Because it's not something I enjoy talking about, but I figured I should make me feel more comfortable with it, because I hate it. It makes me feel bad. All right, let's go on to something else. Let's talk about how we were doing at the. Sorry, hold on. Just got those points here. Let's just go on to since talking about Jeff and Jared. Let's talk about where we got to live where we are now. So I believe it's been a year and like a month or two since we first moved into this place, and this was in an update video. We did a tour of what it looked like and everything, like our different rooms and whatnot. And really what happened was one of our parents, I'm not going to say which one, I'll just say one of ours, decided that they were going to be like, we knew that they knew that we were looking for a house or something, so that way the three of us can all move in, or maybe someone else, but really it was just the three of us kind of together at the time. Everyone else either was away, like too far, or was like, no, I'm okay, I'd rather not. It's whatever. But yeah, so the three of us were like, yeah, let's go look. And so I was actively looking for places to move into. And this was while I was at Safeway at the time. So a couple years ago. But one of the parents said, you know what, we're going to buy this place. And you just pay us the rent. And we were like, really? Yeah. He said, you guys pay us the rent. And it's cheap. I'm not going to go into monetary value wise, but it's actually cheaper than a lot of places that I've looked up. And so everything's included. Water, trash, that's included with our rent. The only thing that's separate is electricity. And that makes sense. But the place we live at is really nice. It's on the second floor. But I mean, being on the second floor is not terrible. It kind of sucks because you can't go sprinting around the whole hours of the day. And we can't dance like we used to, which is really funny. Sorry, I got my water sitting next to me just in case. But yeah, so year we've been living here. It's crazy. And it's honestly a lot of fun. And I love being out of my dad's house. And I know Jeff loves being away from out of his place. And same with Jared. Like, we all enjoy the fact that we can just chill. Like, either we can hang out together, we've said this so many times to each other even. It was like, yeah, you know, we can go into the living room, any one of us, and if there's only one person out there, someone else may come out there and just sit there, or everyone would just end up going to their rooms and just chilling out in there. And it's just easy, you know? Like, there's no sense of you need to hang out with me because we all live together. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but like, since we were friends since high school, essentially, like that's where we really kicked everything off of like being real close, was high school. And it's like, you know, we understand that sometimes we just want to be alone, or if we just want to chill in our own rooms, play a game, watch TV by ourselves, super easy. Like, it's just something we know and don't have to worry about. But, you know, we'll hang out when we eat food sometimes, or not sometimes, most of the time, and then just chill in the living room watching YouTube, or any one of us play any game. And it really hasn't affected anything, really. We still act the same around each other. We still argue all the time. But I mean, arguing happens. And looking back on some of it, it kind of is funny. But yeah, I enjoy it, and it's really fun. And you know, with me, for how with work and stuff, I'm just glad I was able to be here. So it was really nice. And funny enough, this goes into the next thing. When we got this place, the guy, one of the parents bought it from, said he didn't want his vehicle anymore. It was just sitting in the garage. And he's like, yeah, just donate it to charity, or donate it to anybody. He didn't really care what happened to it. Me, who didn't have a car at the time, said, well, I'll take it. Kind of like being serious while also kind of saying it in kind of like a joke kind of way. But then it turned out it was like, hey, the parents have the keys. Bryce, you get your license and you buy insurance. We give you the keys. You drive it back home. And I was like, really? They're like, yes, all you need to do, license, insurance. And then there you go. And I was like, wow, that's funny. And it's a 1994 LS400. It's a Lexus. And I couldn't believe it. Like, honestly, it was really cool. Like, that's a story for everybody. Like, that's like, you tell someone and they go immediately into thinking, you're kidding me. There's no way that happened to you. And I'm like, no, yes, that actually happened. Like, telling my dad, I know the first time I got it, I went over there because I had a doctor's appointment the next day, but I drove over there and I was just going to stay the night there. And I was like, hey, I got a car. He's like, what? I'm like, I got a car. Come outside. It's in the parking lot of where he lives. So like, I drove to his place, you know. And this is only like a month or two after I moved out from living with him. And he's like, no way, super cool. He's glad. And in my family, when I told the story to them, they were like, are you kidding me? There's no way. Yeah, it actually happened. Like, it was super fun and super easy too. I only spent like $200 something just to get everything set up, because I say $200 something. Really, it was really because of having to go to a third party place, because it wasn't so busy and it was on the weekends. So it kind of sucks, but it's whatever. I was working at IHOP at the time when I got it, so it was nice. Yeah, that's how I got my first car, really. Super cool. I don't think a lot of people can say that, but I did, and I can. Let's go. Let's see. Yeah. Sorry, I just saw this one thing. I got a new microphone. I don't know if I talked about this while playing a game or in an update or anything, but yeah, I got this new microphone compared to what the old one was. The old one was, if you remember, it was sitting on my camera stand, and that's what I would put it on. I would put it on my camera stand and hold it up to my mouth. But now, the one that I have now has its own pop filter that it attaches to the boom arm. And yes, it comes on a boom arm as I'm trying to test it out and move it around a little bit while I'm trying to talk to you. It was super cheap too. I think it was like $25 off of Amazon. And it works well, and I love it. It's got its own little, it's got the volume thing. It doesn't have like I don't noise reduction or something like that. I don't know. I don't even know what to say about it. Like, I know some microphones are super high up there, and it's like, oh yeah, you can change the pitch up and down and stuff. But no, this one's just generic volume up and down, boom arm, a pop filter. Super handy, I gotta say. And I kind of wish I had this when we first started doing YouTube. But to be fair, the microphone, the other one, I still have, and I don't plan on ever getting rid of it. Just for certain reasons, I don't want to. I think the first video where this microphone was used was actually around the time when we started recording Mario 3D World. I think it was like 3 episodes in to 3D World when I got this microphone, and ever since then we've been using it for everything afterwards. We've used it. You don't really hear like most of the time. I don't use the audio from this though, and that's because we have a. Let me see if I can find it. One of those clip-on microphones, and it catches more of the sound than this microphone. Like really, because there's 3 of us when we record, so the clip-on microphone kind of just hangs on to the other one, and we just kind of just start talking, like testing it out, listening to audio and stuff. It's not that this microphone that I'm using right now, it's not like it doesn't pick us all up, but either Jeff would be super quiet because he's on one end, Jared sits on the bed, so he's like right in the middle, plus he's super loud. Sorry, Jared. And then I sit on the other end, so sometimes it'll either pick me up well, and other times it would pick up Jeff really well, but not really both at the same time. So we mainly use the clip-on microphone, which catches everything, I wouldn't say well, but a lot better than what this does for 3 people. Talking about YouTube stuff, actually. What I kind of want to start doing is working on skits. And I believe I've talked about this before in probably Mario or Pokemon, that I wanted to start doing this. I've got ideas already written down on my own Discord server for myself. Like, we say the dumbest things all the time, but then we're just like, we keep going with it, and then it turns into a skit sometimes. And I want to start doing that. I want to have more fun with some projects, and it will take a long time, so long, for me to set everything up and get used to how I want to record. Because now that means that I have to actively figure out different angles with the camera that I have, and I don't even think the camera is all that great. Like, we can use our phones, we can use the camera I have somewhere. I don't even know where it's at right now, but it's not. I don't think it's not a bad camera. It's just not the best. It's so that'll be really fun though, and that also means that I want to start using what is it? Blackmagic, DaVinci. I want to use DaVinci Resolve to edit those skits, because there's so much to do on DaVinci that it blows my mind whenever I see it, and the fact that it's entirely free is amazing. So I want to start using that more, and then really getting into it and getting down to the nitty gritty, to the fine details, to figuring out how to set up like a lighting effect. Like, if ever at some point in one of the skits, like, Jeff shoots lightning out of his butt, I want to be like, oh yeah, there's lightning coming out, and I want to figure out how that works. And that's something that I think I'm definitely going to enjoy, as well as you guys might enjoy that too. I feel like that'll be a lot of fun. And why I haven't been playing Alien Isolation. Now, there's a real reason why I haven't been doing that, and it's not because I put it on the hardest difficulty. Okay, sorry. It's not because I put it on hard. I myself, when I play the game, I'm not finding enjoyment. I don't think, while I play it. And I'm not really sure the reason why. I'm not having fun as much as I thought I would be. Uh, so I think I'm just gonna drop the series. Uh, if at some point that I want to pick it up again, I might, but I have no idea when that will be. There's no guarantee that it will ever happen. Uh, it's kind of like a dead series for me, and that's a lot. There's some series that I've started and haven't touched or even forgot about. And so this is probably going to be one of them. I haven't forgotten about it, but I haven't touched it, and I don't think I ever will again. And that's just because I haven't enjoyed it. I don't know what it is. I think it's a good horror game, and I do enjoy horror games, and I want to enjoy this game, but I feel like I'm forcing myself to do so. So I think I'm just gonna, if I pick it up again, I will. But if not, then I'm just gonna let it rest and sit there and call it a day, or not even call it a day, but just call it on that series, and that'll just be the end of it. Like there wouldn't even be a new episode, like just to be like, oh, let's just do this once more, and then say goodbye. I think I'm just gonna leave it where it left off at on our channel, and that'll just be the end of it. But speaking of things that are that are forgotten or haven't been finished, Decay of Logos, and that's a game that was kind of like a Dark Souls type deal, kind of like Ashen. Funny enough, Ashen is also one of the games that we haven't touched in a while, but that's a me and Jiff thing, and I don't know if we'll pick that up again. We'll have to figure that out. I have to talk to him about it. But this game, Decay of Logos, is something that I've been doing by myself. I'm pretty sure I only did 2 episodes on this while also trying to do another series at the same time. Now, I couldn't focus on 2 different games at the same time. What I think was that I should have just done one and then do the other afterwards, because I think it was a Plague Tale Innocence that I was playing. But that didn't really work out all too well. So that is a series that I am actually willing to pick up again. And I think what's going to happen is, because from what I remember, a lot of people actually liked it. It was like 70 or 80 views on part 2 of that game, and I think it's because it just came, like, I think it was just released, and no one's talked about it. And for as far as I know, for how long the game's been out, no one's talked about it. So what I'm gonna do is I'll restart. Not the first 2 episodes. I won't record episode 1 or 2. I will start the game over, pick it up where I last left off on that series, which I still remember because I haven't touched that game in quite some time. And then we'll go from there, and we'll play that game for who knows how long, until either I'm like, all right, guys, this game doesn't seem like it's going to end, I'm done, or go into like, hey, all the way through, all the way to the end, and that'll be it, and the whole series can be done. So I'm pretty sure that I'm just going to pick that up again and leave, like I said, Alien Isolation alone for either forever or just for now, because I'm not having fun with it. But I want to try and see if this game would be good to play again for now, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to enjoy it for quite some time. And going into other games that I would want to play, like what is it? It's a horror game, a Visage, I think is what it's called. I want to play that as well. That was a game that I said that I would probably do after Alien Isolation, but now I think I'm going to do Decay of Logos, then Visage, and there's another game I wanted to play, which was Firewatch. I believe that's what it's called. I want to do that as well. I don't even know if that's a horror game. Forest survival game, I guess. But yeah, I want to play that. There's a few other things that I want to play for the channel. Like, there's so much to do, and there's so much to see. But yeah, I think those things would be super fun and much enjoyment out of those certain things than games that I kind of force myself to play, just because I feel like, oh, I started the episode or started the series and I posted an episode. Now I feel like I have to finish it. And that's kind of the way, again, feeling like Alien Isolation. I played it, now I feel like I have to finish it for you guys, but I'm not going to force myself to play a game that I'm not going to enjoy. Not like I did before, which was, I'm not going to get really into it. There was a game that I played. I posted, I think, the first episode, and then I took it down because I didn't like the way it looked. I didn't like the way I had edited it at the time, or after editing it. I was like, man, this is actually garbage. Why did I post this? So I took the video down, and then I played some more of the game. I was like, wow, this actually isn't all that fun. And I kind of didn't like it. So I just said, screw it. I'm done with the game series. I'm just going to delete what I had recorded, and that's it. I'm not going to play it. And that goes into how I feel about our channel, really. I don't want to have to force myself to see a game and go, that's for the channel, that's a game I want to record. I don't want to do that, but at the same time, I feel like, what is this channel really to me? How far do I want to take it? How far do I want it to go? And this also plays on Jeff and Jared, like, where they want this to go. I want it to kick off. I want it to be something I put a lot of work into and have that feeling of good results coming back. Like how when we did something I enjoyed putting up on the channel was a game connection series. Like, let's connect a universe. That was a lot of fun for me. I had a lot of fun doing the research, putting the videos together, writing a script and everything. Like, that wasn't just a me thing, but Jeff and Jared obviously also helped. But it was like, that's enjoyable. I liked it, and then it kind of just felt dumb at some point, because with Fortnite and stuff, like we said, we weren't gonna use these big games. Like, we weren't gonna use Super Meat Boy, The Binding of Isaac, or stuff like that. Like, those games that already said, let's just throw a bunch of stuff into it and say it's good. But Fortnite's really just kind of like, they're doing that currently. They're like, oh, let's throw in Master Chief just because we can. Let's toss in every single Marvel character just because we can. Shit, at some point they're gonna put fucking SpongeBob and Patrick into the goddamn game, and they're gonna be like, yeah, that's good. That's a great idea. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of Fortnite, and for people that can enjoy it, whatever, I don't care, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. And when they just toss characters into their game, I don't know. At some point, it's kind of going to get annoying. I mean, Smash, sure. Smash did the same thing. They just tossed characters into their game. They got Steve from Minecraft. Like, the fuck? But that's how it started. That's how Let's Connect a Universe really started, was Smash. It's like, hey, Smash Ultimate came out. Characters from previous games are going to be in it. And then new characters are going to be added. And it's like, well, shit. Let's figure out what characters we can put into the game and call it good. And we did. We were like, here's Ori and the Blind Forest. Here's, what is it? Portal, Left 4 Dead, a bunch of other stuff. Like, we could have tied so much into it. And I want to go back into that. I want to do it again. I want to redo everything. I'm like, not everything, but I want to essentially create a season 2. We had, I believe, 8 episodes up currently, and now I want to go, let's have the intro. Let's redo the intro. Let's have a different music. Let's get better on the editing. Let's do better on the scripts and stuff. Let's do better on who talks about what and everything. That would be super cool, and I want to do that. But at the same time, it's like seeing how our channel is currently, I don't know if I want to put so much of that time into it. But if I don't, it's not going to get any bigger. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I look at it and I go, damn, for how much work. And you can see how many videos are up. You can see how some videos were just thrown together and turned just garbage. And then there's some videos that taken their time and put work into it, like Spelunky. The subtitles, the characters I made for us, for our individually, the thumbnails take a lot of time and work to do those as well. And when you see that it doesn't look like it's making much of an impact, and it's like, damn, I put the work in, but I don't feel like I'm being rewarded for that work. And I don't even know, like, what do I do with that? What I think is that I'll do it anyways. Even if it doesn't seem like it'll grab the attention of other people. Even if it seems that the channel's not going to get any bigger than what it is. I enjoy it, though. And because I enjoy it, I'm going to do it. I feel like that's probably all I'm going to talk about for right now. And obviously, like, even this. This was kind of just last minute. Not even last minute. It was like, oh, I kind of wanted to do this for a while, but I don't know how I should word it and everything. But yeah, no, that'd be super cool if I could do something like this every, like, once in a while. Every month or something. I would just talk about anything, really. So essentially, like, a podcast. in a way, I guess. Maybe it would just be a podcast considering some things, but yeah. And I think it would be enjoyable in a way. Kind of get the big stuff. We now have, we've had a TikTok for a while for our channel as well. There's only one video, and that's Go-O, Jeff's favorite video. I made so many dumb things. I made Kazulu for Layton one time. This was years ago. This is the first time I started editing. First time I figured out Photoshop. Not even figured out Photoshop, just messing around with it, actually. This was years ago. And it's crazy. But yeah, that's Go-O is like the first and only video we have up there right now. I want to manage it better. Oh, yeah, and I want to manage Facebook stuff and Twitter much better. I want to stream, and all that stuff. I want to have fun, you know. But it's going to take a while. There's a lot of stuff to think about, and you know, there's a lot of planning you got to put into it. It doesn't just come and just be like, yeah, I moved out, I can do this stuff immediately. It took me a year to figure out how to plan certain things, like for the channel itself. Not only just a year, it took many years to figure out and be like, what do I want to do? What do I want to put in here? How do I want to put it like this? But now I feel like it's in the right direction, taking the right step, play the right game at the right time. Like that anyone could have said, well, you just got to hop on the trends. Sure, you have to hop on trends, but sometimes you don't want to. Like, a lot of people are playing Elden Ring. I don't want to play that for the channel. I don't mind streaming it. I'd probably get a lot of viewings if I streamed it. But I don't know how to stream yet. Not properly, at least. I've tested it so many times, and I'm like, whatever, I'm not getting it. I'm still trying to figure it out. So, I'll play it by myself. I'll play it with Jeff. I'll wait. Gotta have patience, and I will. I'll wait. Yeah. So other than that, you know, I'm gonna call it here. We'll do this again next month, most likely. Okay, I don't want to say most likely. We'll probably do this again next month. Maybe the month after. Who knows? When I just want to randomly pop up and say hello. But yeah, put down any questions you have. Any at all. Just make sure they're appropriate questions, of course. And I'll be able to answer them. Maybe. We'll put maybe on that. Even if you don't want to comment on YouTube, message on Facebook. Put it on Twitter or whatever. Ask us any question. Refer it to me, Jeff, or Jared, and we'll answer. Maybe. Again, depending on how we feel about it, we'll probably be like, sorry, I don't feel comfortable with answering something like this. Or, hey, this hasn't happened to me, so I don't know. Or just going, not answering. Please keep it family friendly. But yeah, with that, I'm done. I say with that. I'm all good. If you enjoyed the fact that I've done this, let me know. Comment down below. If you like the fact that I am doing this, hit the like button. You know, if you're not subscribed, I would say just do so. It's a lot of fun. We try to be funny on this channel. We try to be we do fun. And honestly, I don't know. I don't even care about the bell anymore. It's kind of annoying that you have to say this stuff. Thanks, YouTube. Yeah. I have fun. Stay hydrated, I guess. And good luck. Peace out.